Hello, how's everyone doing? It is your fallen angel back with another video. Today, we are continuing our Brahmacharya playlist, specifically going over mind, prana, and Veerya, how all three are connected, and how they make you a full Brahmachari, because to be physically intertwined with Brahmacharya is not enough. You must be connected with your mind, breath, and the semen. So without further ado, we shall begin. Mind, prana, and Veerya are the three links of the chain. They are the three pillars of the evidence of Jivatama. Destroy one pillar, mind, prana, or Veerya, the whole building will fall to pieces. So, this is a chain, this is a building that are all connected to each other. You take one piece out and the whole building will collapse. The mind, the breath, and the sperm all work together. The breath is what controls and soothes the brain, the mind. The Veerya is your internal power, your godlike milk. The mind is what controls your consciousness and your entire physical body. So it's essential to have all three of these links intertwined so you can be mentally embraced with Brahmacharya, physically embraced with Brahmacharya, and embraced with the breath with Brahmacharya. Mind, prana, and Veerya are one. By controlling the mind, you control prana and semen. By controlling prana, you can control the mind and semen. By controlling semen, you can control the mind and prana. So all three are controlling each other. They are not overpowering one. Now one may say the mind is always over matter, but all three are in cohesion. For what I want to give out is, whenever you're in a difficult situation, you're in a nervous situation, you're anxious, you're upset, you're angry, control your breath in the moment, right? Always control your breath, control your breathing, because when you're anxious, angry, you often sometimes forget to breathe, and this will make your heartbeat raise, this will make your amygdala more fearful, etc. So always learn to control your breath. Take deep breaths, deep inhales, deep exhalations, deep holds if you can, and learn how to control the breath. With controlling the breath, you will learn how to control the mind. Learning to control mind and breath will help you understand the vital essence of the semen and allow this gas-like substance to climb up the spine and reach your brain. Now, many people think that the semen is just a liquid sitting within the scrotum or the testes. Now, it is a seminal secretion in the testes, but it is a mixture within the prostatic juice when ejaculation happens. When it's just sitting neutrally in your body, when there's no arousal, it will act as a gas. It will act as a gas the same way oxygen does within your body. So inhaling deeply and exhaling deeply will allow the sperm, the semen, the Veerya, your vital life essence, to climb up your spine and reach the brain. Mind, prana, and Veerya are under the one sambandhana, or connection, or circuit. If the mind is controlled, prana and Veerya are controlled automatically. So, like we explained earlier, mind over matter. If you are very, very control of your mind, your control of your breath, you can control any physical body, right? If you can use your neocortex, the top lineage of the brain, which we know in the triune brain, you can use this to overcome your animalistic desires. You can control your breath consciously, you can control your semen consciously, and you can control many parts of the body consciously. He who suspends or restrains prana restrains also the working of the mind and the movement of the Veerya. So if you don't know how to control your breath, or you don't know how to control the mind, you are not going to be able to allow this Veerya, this sperm, this vital essence to climb up the spine. You must learn how to breathe. Breathing is a very important thing that many people do not know how to do. You must learn how to breathe, inhale and exhale exclusively to allow this bioelectric power to climb up the spine, to reach your brain, from the bottom of the coccygeal, the bottom base of the spine, all the way up to the brain. Again, if the Veerya is controlled, and if it is made to flow upwards into the brain by pure thoughts and the practice of viparita, karani, mudras, such as Sarvan Gasana and Sir Shasana and Pranayama, the mind and the prana are automatically controlled. The mind is set in motion or rendered active by two things: the vibration of prana or breath and the vasanas or subtle desires, the control of your animalistic desires. Where the mind is absorbed, the prana is restrained, and where the prana is fixed, there the mind is also absorbed. So they're reflections of each other. The way when you can restrain your brain, you can also restrain your breath. When you restrain your breath, you can also relax the mind. These are in cohesion and direct reflections of each other. Mind and prana are intimate companions, like a man and his shadow. For every light there's a shadow, for the man there's a woman, for the day there's a night. And similarly, for the mind there's the prana. Your breath and mind are in cohesion with each other. If the mind and the prana are not restrained, all the organs of sensation and action keep actively engaged in their respective functions. So if you can't control the mind and your breath, you will not be able to control your animalistic desires. Your lust and your passions will be so engulfed and inflamed within you. You must learn how to use your mind and breath to ease yourself, not just in lust, but to ease yourself from angry disputes, from crashing out like a crash dummy in certain situations, to understand the difference between a woman who is respectable and a woman who isn't, to learn the difference in many, many different situations that contain nuance. When a man is excited by passion, the prana is set in motion. Then the whole body obeys the dictator of the mind, just as a soldier obeys the command of his commander. So, when a man is excited, the prana, your breathing gets heavier. You're going to raise your heartbeat, and the body, your physical body, will follow whatever your breath and mind is telling you, right? If you're going to tell yourself that you want to engage in this lust, then your body will most definitely believe in you, right? It's going to follow your all commands. We also explained this in a previous video of ours, of the power of thoughts and the power of mind over matter, right? You create your circumstances. Your body will follow. If you are to think you are ill, your body will think it's ill as well. If you are to think that you can control this entire body, the body will follow your command, because you are the commander of this ship. The vital air, or prana, moves the internal sap or semen. This semen is put into motion like a gas or like air. It falls downwards just as the clouds burst into rainwater, just as the fruits, flowers, and leaves of trees drop down by the force of the blowing winds. If the Veerya is lost, prana gets unsteady. Prana is agitated. The man becomes nervous. Then the mind cannot work or function properly. The man becomes fickle-minded. There is mental weakness. Now, if you can't control the seminal energy within you, you lose the seminal energy. You can't be able to control your breath. And more than likely, your mind will be weak, right? The more you waste this vital life force, your mind will be very, very weak. You will be fickle-minded. You will be effeminated. You will become more docile, submissive, and just weaker in general, because this semen, this vital life force, is what creates masculinity. It's what creates more, not necessarily aggression, but more logical thinking. If the prana is rendered steady, the mind also becomes steady. If the virya is steady, the mind also is steady. If the virya is steady, the mind also is steady. If the drishti, or vision, is steady, the mind also becomes steady. Therefore, control the prana, the virya, and the drishti. Men, you must also learn that drishti. You must lower your gaze. You must be able to control the way you look at women, the way you look when a beautiful woman walks by you. Why are you to turn your head and break your neck just to get a look, a glance? Because your mind tells you so, right? You must be able to control mind, body, breath, and lower your gaze. These are all crucial parts to brahmacharya, right? To where you look, you're giving your energy. You're looking this way. You may say it's just a polite look. I'm just looking. This is nothing more. This is not a sexual act. It's just looking. But really, This is showing that your conscious and subconscious mind is not pure, right? You're looking to them as objectification. You're looking to them because you're thinking and visualizing. Man is the visual of the creature. Of the sexes, man is the visual, right? And women are more auditory. They like what they hear. Men like what they see. Therefore, it's essential to control the prana, the breath, the virya, the sperm, the mind, and the drishti, your gaze. Always control your gaze. For what you are looking at and what you are thinking, you are putting energy out into, right? And maintaining a pure sense of heart, pure sense of vision, will allow you to embrace Brahmacharya much more deeper. God is rasa, rasa vasa, rasa is virya, the vital fluid or semen. You can get eternal bliss by the attainment of rasa or virya only. Raso heyevayam, labdava, anandi, bhavati. Grasp fully the importance and value of this vital essence of life. Virya is all power. Virya is all money. Virya is God. Virya is Sita. Virya is Radha. Virya is Durga. Virya is God in motion within you. Virya is dynamic will. This God's milk within you is liberation. You must not throw this away so frivolously. We keep mentioning on this channel how this life force has the ability to bring a child from the ether into this physical plane. The ether, for many of you that may not know what ether is, feel free to check out these videos as well on this channel. But the ether is the fifth element. The ether is the unseeable, but it's real. It's the unseeing, but seeing everything element, right? It's not a physical element in this cosmos, but it is it's within this cosmos nevertheless. Virya is Atma Bal. Virya is God's Vibhuti. The Lord says in the Gita, Pu Rasham Nishru, I am the seed or virility in men. Virya is the essence of life, thought, intelligence, and consciousness. Therefore preserve this vital fluid very, very carefully, my dear readers. This virya is the essence of life, thought and intelligence and consciousness. It's the use of this left hemisphere brain to create very, very intelligent men, affluent men, successful men who are manifesting beautiful things in this cosmos because of their great creativity, their use of this vital life force, right? Do not throw this away so frivolously because of lust and your desires. Your lust and your desires are here for a reason. It is your animalistic desires. It is your ego, your sexual desire. It's here for a reason. It's so you can understand the duality in life. But do not use it so frivolously. Use it to create something great. Use it to create a great family. Use it to help and protect your family. Use it vitally, because it is a vital life force. We see the men that are drained from this vital life force start aging so young. They start aging in the face, aging in the hair, aging in so many different ways. But the most important of all is they age in the soul. The soul starts to die. It starts to wither because they are losing this God's milk. With that being said, guys, this has been another video in our Brahmacharya playlist. Mind, Prana, and Veerya. Feel free to like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. Check us out on Patreon, Rumble, Twitter, Instagram, things of that nature. This has been your fallen angel, and I am out.